Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Thursday night, March the 3rd. These are the charts of the day. Well, it was a consolidation day on Wall Street with a good finish at the end. After they came down in the morning and finished strongly, a lot of our stocks that we follow did very well, particularly oil and some of the golds. Can't show you all of them, but I will go over a smattering of some of those. But I also want to show you some of the swings and how well they're doing. ANF, one of our older swings, is still doing very, very well. And you can see the pattern in this rising channel tells me we're headed for 34.5. Right now it's 31.14. It was up another 2.4% today. It is still 8.4 days to cover. This thing looks like it's headed for the top of the channel on a short-term basis. Look at the surge in unbalanced volume in OBV and regular volume. So this looks intriguing to me. I think we may be getting near a top, but it could be reaching our swing targets. BRZU, an example of some of the foreign markets that are recovering as well. Brazil took a nice move after this big declining channel here. Look at the last pop in the last few sessions, taking this one from about the under 9 to over 15 just in the last week. Huge volume for this stock today of 2.8 million, and it's right at resistance. So this may have a little bit of a problem getting an additional upside. But if it does go, there's a possibility we could see it move upwards of even 18. CHK, an example of some of the junior oils that did great today. Obviously, their ex-CEO passed away in a tragic car crash, but I don't think that really has anything to do with why the stock went up. I think it's a question of all the oils that are running. And if you take a look at the way this is looking, in particular, with 7 days to cover, and that's a big position when it trades, 20, 30 million shares a day. So a lot of shorts got trapped in this, and it looks to me like it spiked up just today, in the last couple of days in particular. After a run-up and a little bit of a 4-day flag above the moving average, it exploded, went through the 50, went through lateral resistance. The next target will be a test of the 510 area. We may see that as quickly as tomorrow if these follow through. CNX. Now, this is a chart I've had my eyes on. It's come way off. It's formed an inverse head and shoulders. But look at the volume today. This is what I was waiting for. I almost put a swing on it today. I just don't want to chase these oils. I do think that there is going to be a run at this level, maybe as quickly as tomorrow, near the 11 3/4 range, and maybe as high as 12 short term. And we'll see what happens, but it's a beautiful looking pattern. 5.8 days to cover, nice inverse head and shoulders. Terrific textbook pattern. 3D Systems continuing its surge. It's now gone from around 6 to more than 12, 1281, and doubled in the last month. With almost 10 days to cover, I'm sure that may have been lessened by now, but it does look like the zone up here around 14.5 is beckoning this one. EDIT, well, I can't tell you anything other than it's just been phenomenal. One of the better short-term moves I've ever seen on any stock. Basically, 12.5 to 39, just since February the 11th, 12th, around February 11th. So we're talking about a month, almost 200%. Pretty amazing. Is it extended? You betcha. But I'm hearing a lot higher potentially. Let's get a little pullback consolidation first. ERX. Well, the energy bull triple shares, without the price of oil doing much today, oil stocks ran. That bothers me a little bit. They're anticipating perhaps something in April, but that's a long way away. We may be getting a little ahead of ourselves, but momentum strong. ERX in particular broke through the quadruple top yesterday, followed through the 50 today. A little bit of resistance right here. We get through that. Wouldn't be shocking to see this in the mid-20s. Gold. Well, obviously, it's some pretty good movement in some of the ultra gold ETFs. The GDXJ, which is junior, did even better than some of the others today because the junior golds were really moving. As a result, the NUGT also exploded today for 1202 or 19%. And after breaking through the zone of resistance, it's now very close to a test of the 78.80 range. Today closed 75. It was a huge day for this one. NUGT, although it had a great day, nothing compared to the JNUG, which was up 19%. This was up about 12.25%. And you can see, I'm deleting this here for you, the path that this has. Potentially, we could see mid-70s, even mid-80s before this one has any kind of deeper retrace. An incredible move, considering in January the stock was 17. Let's take a look at LXU. Nice day. The last three sessions have been phenomenal. After breaking the declining tops line, it just exploded through the moving averages, through the declining tops line, and now through lateral resistance. It may very well test the zone up around 13.5 next. A lot of room to run on this one. 4.6 days to cover. Good momentum. Royal Gold's another one of my favorite golds from a long-term basis. What a move off the lows, from 25 to nearly 50, doubling. Can it make a little bit of a further move? Sure, 53 and then maybe 58 are potential targets on this one, but I wouldn't chase these stocks. If you trade them, make sure you trade them with stops. Oil stock, another oil stock that did well for us today, RRC, spiking, one of my favorite oils, Range Resources. There is a little bit of resistance up here near 32. You may see that as early as tomorrow, but be careful as this is first coming through its declining tops line. A junior energy stock, SN, Sanchez Energy. Major declining tops line being tested as well as lateral resistance. Stock had a good day up 15% today, and there's about 4 days to cover, so this may extend, but I'd be careful on this one as it's right at resistance. Shutterstock. Well, I put this out today as a swing trade because here's a stock that's come way down and then spiked up and flagged. I think the flag was indicative of a potential breakout coming. I'm looking for the stock to get up to the low 40s and then high 40s. SSYS, for similar to DDD, and the leader in the 3D group, has had a phenomenal recovery as well, having gone from 14.5 to nearly, over 25 today. There's some resistance here, but my real target comes in up around 27. That one's got 7.3 days to cover, and we may very well see that, now that the long-term declining tops have been broken. Now, sometimes when you get the breakouts here, you get a pullback. The market is extended. I'll get to that when I'm done with the review. SUPN, another stock that popped today, and with this surge off the low and then this little bull wedge type consolidation, today was a breakout in my opinion. And I think that this one's going to head directly to about 17 and secondary target around 20. Another oil that's we're liking and is a swing trade is TRGP. Double bottom, pop, consolidate, and a flag. Another move up today, near resistance. Looking for a quick move towards 32 3/4, 33. Almost 3 days to cover there. Trox is exploding off its low. Took out the declining tops line. And some lateral resistance is now approaching in the 6 1/4 range, where you may find some resistance. Beyond that is 7 1/4 and then 8 1/4. There's 10.3 days to cover in this one. I think the shorts are under attack on this one. Another oil stock we've noticed what is exploding is UNT, that's Unit Corp. It's now moved from under 4 to almost 10. But there is a declining tops line, lateral resistance here, and there may be some moving edge resistance here as well. But look for a potentiality of upwards up to 12. Another oil that we follow is WLL, also exploding off the low. You can see the declining tops line was taken out today on 58 million shares. Huge volume. And US Steel, wow, what a move on this one. Is it overextended? Yes. There's a huge volume of 45 million shares coming up to the major declining tops line, the lateral resistance. I don't think it's got a lot more left. I would look for about 13 and then exit. It blows through it. We may see as high as 15, but that would be a bit too far too fast for me. I do want to explore couple other things for you. The McClellan oscillator closed at 200. There it is. 234. Would you believe that, folks? Amazing number. So what we're seeing is a move up to really overhead resistance or should I say overbought resistance up in this area. But we have seen readings up at 300, 340, 350, even the one spike up here that got up to 376. I would not discount the fact that we could see as much as another 50 to 100 points in the next day or two. But at any point, this thing could reverse. Now, tomorrow's a Friday, before a weekend, there may be some profit taking. We'll have to just see what we get. But what a move today, and late in the day, it really started to move. It's the highest level reached on a closing basis. since the October high. And that was what, right at 234. So we're at 236. So we're right at a point where this market could at least pull back a little bit. And but I wouldn't just look at one indicator and say that's it. Another one that stands out is the T2108, which is the percent of stocks above the 40. How about 4 out of 5 stocks are above the 40-day moving average? And just mid-January, this was less than 4. So 4 to 81 in that short a time is almost unheard of. So this market is extended, no question. I wouldn't start shorting until I see a rollover type action and key support broken. You don't want to short the pullbacks and then watch the market spike on you. That's it for this evening, everybody. Have a good one. I'll talk to you tomorrow.